Fight Night StarCraft Arcade Edition. Featuring some of the top players from around the world, with big prize money on the line, who will go home the StarCraft champion? This is Fight Night.
It's that time again. Another episode of Fight Night StarCraft 2 Edition begins right now. Last night was bananas, as we saw Sniper's promo come down to the wire. Let's take a look at yesterday's action.
It's gonna be Team Special Forces against the Esports Gangsters.
And Grubby's going to take the first flag for the Esports Gangsters.
Yes, Select with a great snipe, and that's what we like to see from the Special Forces. Yeah, it's not going well. The Gangsters are winning.
He can't go all the way.
What was going through your mind as you were running these reconnaissance missions? Protect me, please!
The Special Forces have stepped up their game.
And Select he's taking names at this point. Grubby finally puts an end to his madness spree. Gets Stefano as well. Can White Raw end him? The Special Forces Select with another triple kill just for good measure at the end of this game.
How are you doing this? What is going on here?
Found the trick, but I'm not gonna tell them.
Sock is gonna get there. He could go all the way, and here he is to bring that in. There's the blink. Manages to get a snipe, but it's not enough, and he will grab the flag. Flip score, but he's gonna bring it back. Aswad to his team at 10-point lead. Towards the end of this game, there's 10 seconds left.
Incredible plays there from Hazu. Gets the flag, and this will most likely seal the deal.
So let's meet the players who will be appearing on this series of Fight Night StarCraft Arcade Edition. Grubby, Soke, Hasuups, MVP, Nesty, Stefano, White Ra, and Select. So here are the rules for StarCraft 2 Fight Night Arcade Edition. 8 players will play in Blizzard's free-to-play arcade in the StarCraft 2 engine. Each round, teams and players will be randomly selected by the heartless ESGN wheel. At the end of the round, each player who wins receives 250 points, while each losing player receives minus 100. At the end of the 4 rounds, the highest 4 players advance to a single elimination bracket, where they play normal StarCraft 2 for a prize pool of $2,000.
And that's indication of what's going to happen tonight. It's going to be one hell of a time. It's going to be Micro Arena, and once again, we have to pick team captains. Gentlemen, take it away.
All right, this time I will start once again after starting last 2 nights as well. I think I'll take it for a big spin. I think it's gonna be either Grubby or Hasu. Oh! Select it is! Shit, buddy. Welcome to the winning side.
Well, last I heard, my spin produced the winning team, so we'll have to see about that, Hearthstone. Alright. Welcome back.
Yeah, probably the most experienced player as the team captain for Nathanius's team. Alright, Select. So as you have been picked first, you can start picking your team as well. Who would you like on your team?
I'll go with Soke first.
Alright.
And you, Grubby, who will you choose first?
It's a hard choice, but I think we're going to go with Hasuups.
I am going to pick MVP.
Yeah, hard choice. once again. They're all very good, but I'm gonna have to go with Stefano.
Yeah, I'm picking Korean. Nasty.
White Rock, come here. Come on.
All right, Select, I want to get some of your thoughts on your teams. Are you really happy with how things turned out?
Oh, yeah, I like my team. He's a former OK3 player, and he played really nice last game. And then these two guys, they're just good at StarCraft 2, so...
Seems there's a good balance of races as well, yeah?
Yeah. I think so, yeah.
Well, there you go. Yeah. Select 2013. All right, Grubby.
14.
Good 20. Oh, yeah, that's right. It's 2014. Forgot. So, Grubby, you picked a lot of Protoss players and Stefano. How do you think you guys will do?
Yeah, I have a special reason why I picked everyone. White Rock, special tactics. Stefano, I say just play lame like you always do. And Hasselhoffs, I think, always shined with his big army control. So hopefully he'll get very rich, make a big army, and bulldozer.
So there's a big strategic plan from Grubby. Hopefully it works out for you. Good luck.
Thanks.
Welcome back, guys, to ESGN TV's Fight Night StarCraft 2 Arcade Edition. I'm Nathanius. With me is Harstam, and we just saw our teams get selected for tonight's game. Tonight we're playing Micro Arena. How are you feeling about this matchup? How are you feeling about these teams, Harstam?
Well, those teams, there's a very Korean-heavy team. Select, of course, speaking Korean. Nesty and MVP are also able to communicate in this language. Sokka being the odd one out for once. And I'm very curious how they will do this communication-wise, because normally you'll speak English, but now there's 3 guys speaking Korean. So maybe Select will act as a bit of a translator.
It's funny that it leaves Sake as the odd man out, but you know, Select being able to speak both languages, I think he can kind of, as long as he's willing to handle the balance of basically being the real captain, not just an elected captain for his team, he shouldn't have too much difficulty coordinating attacks. Micro Arena is one of those games where these players are able to showcase their real StarCraft strategy a lot more than one of the other games that we've had so far, like the Sniper Pro mod. And I think that's a cool thing to look at, is that it's still an arcade game, it's still fun, it's just players sending waves of units after each other, gathering their income that way, but you still get to show your actual skills.
Yeah, exactly, and I think even though you get to show your actual skills, having some experience, at least in this game, can be very valuable. And I personally know that Grubby likes to play this game a bit. I played it a bit with him, and he's quite good at it, I must say. So a worthy captain of his team, and I'm very curious what the players will showcase.
Yeah, I think that's going to be one of the biggest points, is how prepared are they? How many of them have actually played this map? I actually played it quite a bit myself. But before we do, before we get into this match, let's hear a little bit more from the players, what they have to say on their teams and on this map as well.
All right, Ilias, it seems like you guys have a pretty strong lineup for Micro Arena. Have you ever played this map before?
I have played the latest version on Wings of Liberty. This one I don't know it, but I think we have a pretty solid team. Grubby and Hasselhoff seems to know it quite well, and they can lead White Rhino to the victory, I think.
I think based off current race distributions and a lot of top leagues, having a lot of Protoss is very good. So I feel like your chances are really good, yeah?
I think so as well. Like, as long as we have a good strategy team play, and if we get to the late game and we get like the massive Protoss ball, I don't think there's anything which can stop it. Like 3 Protoss army like that, it's undoable. So,
you know, you can make other units as well, not in your race.
Yeah, I know that, but I think just knowing that they are Protoss and they know how to use Protoss unit is enough.
All right, well, good luck, Stefano. All right, so Alexi, what do you think of your overall team? 3 Protoss and a Zerg.
Grubby not told about this, but it's first time in this Fight Night series we have Korean team versus Europe team, and this is awesome. It's like Korean school versus Europe school, and it's not real StarCraft 2 games. We need control not huge group units, and I think we have very good tactics, and we try use our best in this game.
Oh, so you're saying we might see some White Rock carriers?
Carriers, especially with support my friends carriers.
All right, well, good luck, Lex. All right, Hasu, I want to talk to you a little bit about Micro Arena. You seem to be very experienced in it. Do you feel very confident going in?
I played it like 2 times, so I'm not that super experienced, but we have one of our players who regularly plays it, so I'm really hoping for a lot of insights before we start. And yeah, I think we have a good chance of winning. It's a best of 1 though, so let's see. I mean, the other guys have 3 Koreans, so it's going to be tough no matter what.
But this is Europe's chance to stand their ground.
Yeah, Europa hält stand. Europe holds.
All right, well, good luck in your match.
Thank you.
All right, well, Grubby, one thing that someone pointed out, it seems like it's Europe versus Korea. Grubby, your team has to win this, not just for Europe, but also for every non-Korean country. Do you feel the pressure?
I think we're going to do just fine. I don't feel any pressure. I'm very confident we're going to win this one.
Now, you guys are going 3 Protoss in the Zerg. The other team can't hear you right now. Actually, they might.
That's fine.
Okay. Are you guys going to stick to your usual compositions? Because you guys don't have a Terran in there.
Yeah, I think everyone can control like small groups of units really well, like because we're all pro gamers. The opponent's team too, and we'll learn from each other. Like 2 AIs learn from each other and start to. Because your army that you have resets so many times. Every time you die, you can purchase a new one. So people will start to mimic each other, just like we saw a little bit, yesterday in the Snipers Pro mod.
Yeah, you might see some combinations that you might never see. Maybe some medevacs for your Zealots or something. Keep them alive forever.
Yeah, it's funny because initially most people pair up units that go together in a race. So you see Marines and Medivacs, but you almost never see someone go like Hydra Medivac, which can be pretty funny too.
Sounds pretty imbalanced to me. Good luck, Grubby.
Thanks.
Stay tuned for more Fight Night.
Harston and I will be seeing everything, including you. Fight night. Every night is fight night. My favorite food? Spaghetti with a side of fight night. Excuse me, waiter. Could you please bring me your finest bottle of Fight Night?
It ain't much if it ain't Dutch. Just watch.
It's Fight Night, bitches.
Welcome back to Fight Night.
All right, Select. You have all the Koreans on your team. History shows statistics are on your side. You must be feeling really confident.
Yeah, kind of.
What is this? Don't you have confidence in your brethren?
Yeah, it's alright. It's not real arcade. It's micro map, and they're really good at StarCraft 2. So I guess I have a good chance. Yeah, like I said before.
Are you good at StarCraft 2?
I think I'm still good. At least at microing.
And are they good at StarCraft 2?
I think so.
So then what's the problem?
There's no problem.
That's what I wanted to hear. Good luck in your match. All right, so MVP. It's Korea versus Europe. Oh, Korea and Sokka versus Europe. Do you feel like this will be very easy, like Korea versus Europe usually?
한국 대 유럽인데 어떻게 쉬울 것 같냐고 생각하냐는데. 그러니까 뭐 우리가 한국이 3명 있으니까.
그루비 선수랑 하속스가 너무 잘해서 좀 힘든 경기가 예상돼요.
He thinks it's gonna be hard because Groovy and Hasops, they're really good.
But you have Select. Don't you think Select is the MVP for the team?
내가 있는데 나랑 너가 있는데 상관이 있냐고.
그래도 어차피 우리가 이길 거니까.
Anyway, we're gonna win. So
All right, well, good luck in your match, MVP. Nesty, as one of the most experienced pro gamers, what words of wisdom can you offer for your teammates?
여기서 지금 가장 경험이 많은 선수신데 좀 이렇게 지혜나 조언을 주자면
조언. 글쎄 게이머 경력은 많은데 오래됐는데 유즈맵은 거의 해본 적이 없어서 딱히 조언할 게 없고 그냥 팀원들 다 같이 잘 모여가지고 네. 합쳐서 같이 열심히 하는 수밖에 없는 것 같아요.
I have the most experience, it exists, but I didn't play much arcade games, so you just need to stick together and play well.
So do you feel like a noob compared to everybody else because they feel like they play a lot of games? Does he feel inexperienced then? Does he feel like a noob because he doesn't play these arcade games and other people have?
이런 아케이드 게임 안 해봐서 형 자신이 초보라고 생각되냐고 물어보는.
여기 있는 사람 중에 7번째 같은데 마지막은 화이트라. 화이트라보단 내가 나은 것 같다고.
He thinks he's the 7th if he ranks people, and the last one is the white wa. That's what he thinks. Yeah.
All right, well, not last. Good luck in your match. Yeah. All right, Sokka. Now, it seems like you have all Koreans on your team and all the Europeans on the other team. Do you feel like you betrayed them?
Well, not really. I mean, Select's the one to blame for the selection. Looking at the standings, I would rather not have been on this team, like just numbers-wise. But since this is mostly about micro and good control, I think I have a good team for this round.
I feel like your team is really favored because just the sheer amount of tournament wins in StarCraft 2. But it is hard to swarm. I think it's a new opportunity. Do you feel like you guys are going to win pretty one-sided? Are you guys going to try to stick to your races?
I think it's going to be a tough match for sure. I think of all the players here, Robbie has the most experience on this map, so maybe he knows some tricks or things about this we don't know. And I think there's going to be a tendency for people to stick to the main races just because they know how to control their units best, but definitely an option to like throw a couple of other races units in as well.
All right, well, good luck, Sokka.
All right, so now that we've had a chance to hear what the players think of this map, and just in case you guys aren't too familiar with Micro Arena or how it works, we're going to show you a brief demonstration video on the map and some of its features.
Micro Arena is a 4v4 StarCraft arcade game where two teams play in a chaotic arena, where they can create any unit composition they want within their mineral income. All units are the same from regular StarCraft 2 settings, including damage, movement speed, abilities, and hit points. Whoever kills the last unit of a player gets a kill bonus for more resources. Thus, the more kills a player nets, the more army they can create for the next batch of units. The team's ultimate goal is to destroy the enemy base.
So now that you guys know a little bit more about the map, we're going to have one last break before we get into this match. We'll be splitting up to commentate from each player's perspectives on each side. So we'll see you a little bit later, and I'll see you a little bit later, sir.
Good luck.
All right, it's time to begin Micro Arena for Day 3 of Season 2 of StarCraft 2 Arcade Edition. Who is going to win, Grubby's team or Select's team? Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? We start now.
All right, guys, so we are now jumping into our third Fight Night match. It's Micro Arena, and we are getting ready. The players making their first round picks. This game starts off slow. You put out a few units, and then all the kills being cost effective earns you that money, and we're already seeing some of the starting lineups come out from our players.
Yeah, and I'm only seeing Stalkers on my side. Seems to be going for the Mad Stalker. 12 Stalkers against, so far 9 Stalkers. Going to be a Blink Stalker micro battle, and I think my guys have the better control. We have Zokke, Select, MVP, and Nesty Well, they're moving as a group at least, so this is looking at. Oh, there is the creep. This is. Are those swarm hosts? I'm not sure.
And it's already taken an interesting turn. More stalkers available, of course, for the red team. But now we see here just Hasselhoff's, Grubby, Stefano, and White Raw all trying to micro their hearts. At the same time, we have a lot of creep spread actually going on here from Stefano, bringing a queen around in an overlord. Saki gets a good look at this with his stalkers coming by, but he's buying some time, blinking away. It seems the stalker's not going to be able to take the first round fight, though, for our red team.
Yeah, and here come the Immortals, the Zealot, and a few Marines coupled with that Sentry. I think the Stalkers need to pull back or focus the Immortal properly. Select is gonna sacrifice his Stalker, so he won't give his opponent the opportunity to go for that kill streak, and he won't give his opponent any income. However, he will lose some income himself by sacrificing that final Stalker.
And we have Grubby trying to play a little bit point guard. He's got Immortal moving around the center of the map. Still a lot of creep spread going through for Stefano. White Raw playing around with the Archons. Interesting mix and balance of units. Still mostly Protoss units coming out from these Protoss players. As we see the first few Marines come onto the map, try to clear up some of that creep.
Yeah, and that is Select, of course, being the Terran player, stims in. Tries to take down the Overlord, but there's an Archon, says no way, Jose. And Select has to go back with the 4 Marines still alive.
And it's important to keep in mind all these units do have their abilities, the Zealots with the charge, and of course this fast Overlord. That creep is actually covering a disturbing amount of this map, as the Stalker's still giving chase. We'll be able to pick off this Archon, it seems, of Hasselhoff. He's still kind of jumping back, and I mean, I'm actually mostly blown away by just how much creep is already on the map.
Yeah, I think it is Stefano that's doing it, the only Zerg player on your team over there. And the good thing about creep is it not only gives movement speed for Zerg units, but it also gives a lot of vision. So I feel like my team really needs an observer to clear up this creep.
It's becoming a bit of an issue. Big Stalker battle versus a couple of Zealots mixed in here with some Marines for Hasselhoff's team. And just microing back by that command center, taking a lot of hits. You see these units losing all of their shields, but not enough blink micro to save them from everything. And another round victory for the top right team.
Yeah, and I feel like this is looking very, very good for my team. Being pushed back now by 5 Zealots, of course, 5 Zealots with charge being very strong. The one thing your team has going for you is that they have a lot of creep spread, so they still have the vision over the complete map, and there is no observer out yet, or at least I can't see one. Select playing with Stalkers, MVP playing with Stalkers, and Nesty playing with Stalkers as well. So lots and lots of Stalkers coming from my side of the field.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of these lower tech Protoss units just going head to head. The Immortals, of course, great versus Stalkers, but that's when the micro comes into play. Even a Guardian Shield being used by a Sentry from Grubby. And the positioning starting to favor the Southwest team, picking up a lot of these units. Some Banshees made in a response, going to drive a lot of this back with no anti-air to support.
Yeah, and this is great play by Select, recognizing that there is no anti-air. However, they should be careful against Phoenixes now. If there's 2